Alright, gang, back for another video. Stop trying to control that man and get him to do what you want him to do. Woman explaining, gang.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop trying to control that man. Stop trying to get him to do what you want him to do. And then when he decides not to do what you want him to do, then you lash out at him.
This is what happens. Women will try to turn the alpha male to a simp, and the alpha male doesn't want that woman to turn him into a simp, doesn't allow that woman to turn him into a simp, and they're going to change his mind for a woman, even in a relationship. And you have to be the masculine one in the beginning of the relationship. This is when the combativeness becomes. This is when a woman starts to try to.
You give him the silence.
This is when a woman tries to start trying to lash out on men and start trying to throw emotions at that man to get him to eventually simp for that woman.
But stop trying to control that man. Stop trying to get him to do what you want him to do. And then when he decides not to do what you want him to do, then you lash out at him, or you give him the silent treatment, or you go with the power of the P and you withhold physical intimacy from him.
And this is what's happening. Women will withhold physical intimacy from you or sex from you. She'll withhold sex from the man that is more submissive, who doesn't get sex like that, who's going to be more agreeable to whatever that woman demands. And she'll withhold sex from that man and train that man emotionally to be her boyfriend. And these men start changing their life to fit a woman's perspective. These men start to change their viewpoint on life to fit a woman's perspective. And this is what that woman eventually that woman starts to run the relationship, and she becomes a narcissist in the relationship, which is a one-sided relationship. She starts lashing out on that man because she understands that this man is more likely to change his life to fit a woman's perspective, and the man has no say-so in the relationship. It's a one-sided relationship that isn't going to last. With the alpha male, he isn't going to allow this to happen. The alpha male isn't going to allow this to happen. Remember, it's your responsibility to become the best version of yourself. You can just not let people, including women, just come into your life and start to demand on you, on your life, on how your life should be. And when you start to stand up for yourself, that's when the combativeness starts to happen. This is why you gotta constantly be working and leveling up.
Stop doing that fuck shit. Get the fuck out. I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop trying to control that man. Stop trying to get him to do what you want him to do. And then when he decides not to do what you want him to do, then you lash out at him, or you give him the silent treatment.
You got to understand, this is what's happening. And women will drain your energy. They will drain your energy, and that man will start to simp for that woman. And then at the end of the day, she'll just level up for that woman when she eventually moves on to the next man. You have to stay busy. Women should constantly be adjusting to your life. Women will try to distract you, and people will try to distract you in life by throwing emotions at you. And that's just what females do. And this is how they go after the more submissive men or the more desperate man for sex. And the alpha male is just there to finish his job. As the alpha male, you gotta constantly be counting money, constantly making plays, never stuck in one spot for too long. Gang.
Or you go with the power of the P and you withhold physical intimacy from him. Stop doing that fuck shit. Get the fuck out. I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop trying to control that man. Stop trying to get him to do what you want him to do. And then when he decides not to do what you want him to do, then you lash out at him, or you give him the silent treatment, or you go with the power of the P and you withhold physical intimacy from him. Stop doing that fuck shit. Get the fuck out. I don't know who